Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Robb Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show Thursday edition. We are so happy to have you. No, I don't want to install updates. Thanks for asking me when the show came on. Moron.
Mike, I think you should. I'll wait. Do the updates.
No.
How long will it take?
No.
How long could it take?
I know it would take a long time. I just don't like I don't like anything popping up. Well, I like
Look
one
out.
thing popping
Look
up.
out.
I truly
Ladies.
don't like anything it's just the world of pop-ups is insane.
Do you have
insane?
Are they normally from Apple like that, or do you get companies
they're
that chase
everywhere.
you?
Ads.
Yeah.
You know, every phone outside of speaking to my family members,
Yeah.
and talking to you guys, I sincerely don't require any other communication. If it's a social event like my buddy Oli, who invited me to his house Saturday night, I'm like, yeah, 100%, because Oli's got a new house and I can't wait to go see it.
Right.
Other than that, I don't want to hear from you. You know, if there's a golf event that I need to know about or a tee time I need to confirm, essential. I wish we could have, hello? I hear something in somebody's headphones. It's driving me nuts. Hello? Anyway, Josh is in the Outer Banks, so it might be difficult for him to hear. He looks good, though. He does. He looks
tan.
except for
I can hear fine.
No, I'm talking about the skip, the bounce back. It's a little reverb. It's a little reverb, but it's not going to kill the show. I wanted to ask this question. As far as the pop-up ads, the relentless texts that I reply stop to every one of them. Mm-hmm. But I'm also...
Is that why you always send me the word stop?
Stop. No, that's usually on the show.
Sometimes it's when we're together.
Stop interrupting. Stop making old references. Stop.
Just stop.
No, they're more. You do more
Stop
good
before
than
the
you
line.
do bad. What's
Thank
that?
you.
Stop before crossing the line.
Yes. You mean as far as gross? Stop being
Yes.
gross.
Thank you.
That
Okay.
sort of falls
All right.
into the.
But pop-ups are like the solicitor.
Yeah.
They just show up when you don't want them.
When you don't
Shut
want
the dogs off, everything.
100%. And I don't. Just leave me be. Leave me be. That was from the Red Badge of Courage.
It's Mike, it's so funny when you said you get all the communication you need with your family in this show. And even on this show, it's dicey. Because you don't want us outside of the time, right?
Yeah, like when and listen, I know that you are a beloved individual, Rob, but when you
Thank
start
you.
waxing poetic about Buster Keaton, that's something where I could say stop, but I don't wish to because I know there are other people that
But Mike,
value
it wasn't about Buster. It was about the presentation of Buster. It was about the experience.
I didn't know that was not in any way, shape, or form an invitation for you to reprise that segment that I am glad is gone right now.
It's done.
It just I've reflected on the idea of what you do in your recreational time and what I do in my recreational time. Now, I am blessed with being an elderly father with an 11-year-old so that my recreational time is pretty regimented as far as what I do when he's playing baseball, doing school
It's
events.
like being in
and
prison.
things like that.
You get 45 minutes in the yard, and that's it.
But it's great. I love every minute of it. I love my time in the yard. I love my time in the yard. I don't know what I'd do. I do not know what I'd do if I wasn't doing this. I would be I'd probably be drinking more, and I had a little taste of that yesterday at Happy Valley. I may have. There's a buddy of mine, my friend Jim, who nailed an ace yesterday.
My name is Jim.
The word goes out to everybody. Hole in one, big deal at the Valley. And then they changed the rules that I only found out after the fact about the free drink. So
How did they change the rule?
Apparently, it goes into a cash pool of some kind, and you get money now as opposed to everybody contributes and everybody gets a free drink.
That
I don't
sucks.
know. So I immediately go to the bar and ask for the expensive margarita. It's called the Golden Margarita. It's the real expensive one. So
What makes it gold? I'm scared.
they kicked us out to the patio because they were setting up for dinner inside.
Get out of here.
So they
Get out of here, Rummy.
Guy gets on. Get all the elderly alcoholics out of the.
Mr. Gower, he
One
scored
guy
a
was
hole in
funny.
one.
This is what we spend our money on dues for, so we can sit out on the lawn. He was right. He was right. The real supporters are all outside with a lone bartender and sitting next to the bocce courts.
Do they drink golden margaritas?
I might have been the only one that was because I was the throwback to and then they informed me after the fact. So I did more than my usual.
I see.
I had 2 margaritas, and then I the traffic. I knew the traffic would be heavy.
Yes.
So this is terrible because I'm like advertising getting into a car when you.
Mike, it's
but I
not
was
like
fine.
2
It's
margaritas
not
is
impaired.
gonna. It's not going to impair you. Come on.
And it's not like anything's wrong with your tires.
Right. He would if Mike were to get
Is
into
he more
some-
snarky in the Outer Banks than he is in St. Augustine?
maybe
I
a
think
little,
he is.
yeah,
A
yeah.
little bit, yeah.
I just know if
How
Mike
many
had gotten into
construction
an
sites are you driving past?
for
Trying
the
to find
nails on
the source
side?
of the nails. Yes.
It's all gonna be. It'll all be taken. It'll all be over soon.
What's so
See,
nice is
that's
if Mike-
Rounders.
If Mike were to be hit by a car, the tires wouldn't make him stay in place to be in the collision. He'd just slide because he has no tread on his tires.
No rain to worry about. That would be the only thing. And today that's going to be rectified right around the. I could literally walk to the tire store, and I'm going after the show. I'm going to get them done. So
I bet
won't
they
have to
don't get a
worry.
lot of walk-in business at a tire store.
Well, no, you drive in. You
Exactly.
stop it.
And do
What were
you
gonna
have
say,
the
Josh?
calendar ready? Do you have the calendar ready for the bet for the next nail? What's the first nail for the new tires?
I don't really drive on a lot of construction sites unless I go uptown Saturday night. No, so
Because I was going to ask, I think, Josh, my money's on a screw. I don't think it's going to be a nail this time. I think it's going to be a
screw
screw.
you, Rob.
Hey, screw you, Mike. Screw your tire.
Screw the tire, baby.
Well, screws I find you can generally keep driving with the screw in there. It gives
If
it
it's
a nice
not-
seal.
Don't they always say, though, when you get a foreign item in your tire, at least they've always said it to me, well, it's in kind of the sidewall. That can't
Always.
be repaired.
Yeah, that's a money thing right there.
I think it is. I think it's
Yeah.
a scam. I think
Yeah.
I think they just cheated us.
Whatever happened to the can of the stuff that looked like whipped cream that you could just squirt in a tire and then it would
I
fix
agree.
it?
Fix the flat.
Yeah,
Fix
that's
a
it.
flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry I made it whipped cream. It's probably no
Not
good
sure
on
if it was
ice cream.
owned by the same guy that sells the Flex Seal family of products.
I don't think it's the same guy. I think
And
it
you
predates
bugged
him
me
a lot.
yesterday when you said I have a hole in my screen, and if I put the patch on it, it's going to look like trashy.
Well, it might.
Do you know that? How many screens have you really had experience with
Mike,
where
we used
you've
to have-
seen that?
when we had our back porch when we lived in McLean, and it was a screened-in porch, and eventually it was bricked in and turned into an office. But what happened is because we were so classy growing up, we would drink our soda bottles and then keep them on the back porch and then make a mass return back when sodas had deposits on the bottles.
Okay.
So we had a screened-in back porch with many, many soda bottles, cases and cases, because a lot of people in the house. And what would happen is the lock on the door was just the little hook and eye type lock. You know what I mean? Like you would just close the door and put the hook in the little hole, and that's what's locked. Invariably, twice a summer.
It's literally 9 hours to get to a point here. God Almighty!
You ask a
Bricked
question,
in
Mike.
door. I just want to know what happened to your
Mike,
screen.
invariably, once or twice a summer, someone would come and cut the screen by the door, lift the lock, come in and steal the bottles. So that was invariably patched. all
In
the
your
time.
neighbor, you lived in a decent neighborhood.
It was
there.
McLean. Yeah, it was a great neighborhood. But man,
What?
Mike, every one of those bottles was like a nickel waiting to be taken.
Somebody would slice open, and this was repeated.
Yeah,
You had
yeah.
this was repeated?
And it had to be noisy collecting all those bottles.
That's true. I hadn't thought of that. Clink, clink, clink. But they would slice the screen.
Wouldn't you be freaked out if somebody's that desperate to, get deposit bottles that
When
they
I
might,
was a kid,
murder the family?
It didn't really affect. When we locked the door, this was just giving access to the porch. But he wouldn't slice the screen and climb in. Whoever this was, she would slice just the corner of the screen out enough to reach in and unlock the door. And so that corner of our door was always patched, and it always looked like crap. That's what I can tell you about patching.
I think technology has probably changed where patching has gotten better.
It's a screen. How could it change?
No. You were like a child when that happened.
Yeah,
right?
but it still looked like crap.
I mean, if it was deposit bottles,
Yes.
you were a pup. You couldn't have been an older kid even.
7 or 8, probably.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
But Mike,
and then
you know what?
wait
You know
all
what-
that, and you go all that distance and tell me it looks like crap. By the way, I went on Amazon yesterday and saw that they got 50 different tapes for screen repair.
I think what you
that's
need to
the
do.
key.
Yeah.
The key is you have to match the same opening, size,
Yeah.
and color.
And when you buy your screen,
My word of the day is opening. The word of the day is does he get worse when he's in the Outer Banks? I think he does.
he's pretty consistent. He's pretty consistent.
It's very consistent.
Opening.
Mike,
Opening.
What you need to do is
love
figure
that.
out what materials you need to patch your screen and then go to a little website I love called Temu. And Temu will hook you up for about 40 cents.
What have you successfully purchased on Temu?
The leather outfit that I wore to the Vegas show.
All right, that wasn't bad,
that
but it
was
wasn't
good.
leather, right?
No, it was some sort
was
of space
pleather.
age, polymer.
Right.
But the top and the pants and the undershirt and the boots and the jewelry, everything for under $100.
There you go.
You can't beat it.
Absolutely. Yeah, they sell a lot of watch repair, polishing equipment that I will not buy from China.
I'm getting a lot of watch stuff lately. Elvis watches is apparently very hot, so I'm getting a lot of that from Temu.
That's a lie. You're not.
I am.
What do you mean?
I'm getting watch ads from Temu that are
Oh,
Elvis
watch
watches.
ads.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Temu.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
You don't
Josh,
have any
you ever
Elvis watches, do you?
Have you ever? No, I don't. No.
I made my first Temu purchase a week ago,
And
so it has not arrived yet.
Oh, it won't for a long time.
Exactly.
it has to come by wagon over
You
the
will get-
over the
you-
Yangtze Mountains or whatever it is.
What's
over there.
amazing from Temu is they pretend to be like a real business, so they will send you tracking information that's in Japanese or Chinese. It's in
Right.
a foreign language
Right.
you can't read, so you'll get that. That's good.
Well, I'm told Temu now has American warehouses, so it's supposed
Really?
to be
That's
faster.
exciting. That's exciting. I don't think I bought it from Temu, but since we no longer have the fabulous people at Groove Life supporting this show, I ventured into another thin wallet company and purchased one for $30.
Yeah.
Or maybe $29.99 or whatever. And I can pantomime opening the box.
Oh, I would
and
love to see it.
Say this remote here is the
Yeah.
box, and I opened it and I was like,
You didn't even open it?
No, I just put it to the side.
Yeah.
It's already wrapped. I looked at this. It's so cheap. It's not. It was insanely cheap.
I do
like,
have
it
one
probably
thing-
cost cents to manufacture this.
Mike,
thing.
I have one thing in my Temu cart right now, but I have not pulled the trigger on it.
And
I think you would like it. It is a handheld emergency siren with a crank on it that is extraordinarily loud. You can hold it. Just
you have to do that.
That's perfect.
You
Okay.
have to do that.
I will do it then.
You have to
I
do
checked-
that. I wouldn't bring it on the cruise.
Oh, I would.
I'm told my Temu order will arrive tomorrow.
And,
Really?
I ordered because of Europe. I kept getting
Josh
things
is
about,
going to Europe. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Rob
keep
and
your,
Mike's staying home.
Can I guess
don't
what
keep
you
your
bought?
phone in your pockets. So I got a they call it a man's anti-theft chest bag.
Nice.
So a man purse.
That will not signal you as a tourist.
No.
Exactly.
It's,
I
Mike,
also
it's
got-
called Super Terrific Happy Chest Pack.
Does it go? Okay, tell me. Does it go across your shoulders?
I believe
Does it
it's
go
the one
across your
shoulder
shoulders
across
with
the
a
chest.
pack? Oh,
I
God.
think so.
Oh my
But-
God! That's how you're gonna get. You're gonna get raped.
No.
Yeah, you are gonna
I think
get
it's
raped.
supposed to be thin that you wear under your shirt.
Oh,
You're
that'll
gonna
look
be.
good.
You are going to
think-
be abducted by Albanians, just like in the movie Taken.
You can
Well,
wear it
I'll have
under
a
your
story
T-shirt.
when we return.
Yeah, wear it under your shirt, and it's a T-shirt that says, "Hey, rape me, I'm a tourist."
So it was only $5. So it'll either go to Europe or in the trash.
Wow! And now,
But I also ordered. Have you seen these AI headphones?
No.
no.
They're all right. They are AI translation headphones. So you're supposed to just go on your phone, tell it what language to listen for, and then it translates it to English in your ears.
Now,
That
the
you
only
can
way that
eat.
would be like super deluxe happy great
Yeah.
would be if you could speak, if it was headphones that automatically translated it, but then you had the little microphone and you had a speaker on
Yeah,
your
to
chest so that you
output.
could speak and it would be like that would be almost a Star Trek-y type
Yeah,
of thing.
maybe
right?
you could put a speaker in your chest pack.
But I like the idea of being over in Europe and listening to what these people have to say about me without knowing I can listen.
Well,
And
you know,
got,
some
and you
of
got
the
it at
country-
Temu? Did you get it at Temu?
Yeah, $12.
$12. I'm sure it'll
So we'll
work
see.
brilliantly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean-
I think my favorite thing I see on Temu, because they get to know you and they target you from what you look at, is professional podcasting setup for $18.
Yes, yes. So you two can start yours. When are you going to be venturing over across the pond, Josh? When's that? Have you
end of
locked
May.
up this trip?
I believe it is locked up. I keep seeing like receipts sent to me for flights and hotels, and so yeah. I believe
So
it's
that-
May 31st.
Okay.
On
but
Memorial Day weekend.
That's and how
No,
long
no.
will you?
Week after Memorial Day.
And how long will you be?
Memorial Day is a
over
different
there?
trip.
Okay. How long will you be there?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay. And what countries will you be visiting?
London. Well, I know
That's a good
I know this
country.
is a city, but London,
England,
Paris,
London,
England,
Paris,
France,
New York, Munich.
and-
Everybody talk about
and
it.
a bunch of
About
Italy.
music.
So Italy, France, England.
Yes, those
Any
are the ones I
others?
know about. I think that's it.
Is your wife instrumental in
She's
putting
do-
this trip together?
She's doing all the planning.
Will she
There's no tour
surprise
guide or
you?
anything.
Will she surprise you with a drop in Warsaw?
No.
I hear
There will not
Poland-
be.
You know, you joke, but I think Poland is supposed to be not only Warsaw, one of the most beautiful cities you can see, but some of the most beautiful women in Europe.
Yeah.
In Warsaw. Why did you? Were you being?
Well, because we're both
flipped when you
Polish.
said that?
No, we're
Polish.
both Polish. I would go to Warsaw if I had the chance.
I hear it's great. I hear it's one of the less traveled countries in
Didn't
Europe.
Porno
that,
Dan love Warsaw?
No, he liked Prague.
Oh, that's what it was.
He liked Prague. That's where he made a lot of his content.
I have a full itinerary.
dare you
Maybe I can
call
bring
it-
to a future show.
How dare you call it content?
The wall came down, and lots of people were looking for work. So
Hey,
yeah,
you know, Mike, maybe you could come over and watch.
Yeah. So had fun. Did that once. You've never forgotten that, have you? You've
Mike,
never
because
forgotten
it's
that.
so horrifying. That's why. I mean, because that wasn't even in Europe. That was.
It wasn't horrifying until he looked at me
Oh no.
and winked
Oh, was it
in
like
the
an,
middle of it.
like an invitation wink?
No.
Okay, good.
No
good,
way. No, we were fully clothed.
Good.
Just observers.
okay.
Horrible.
John
I'm
L.
going to hell. I'm going to hell because of that.
John L. in the chat room wants to know what day Josh will be at the Vatican.
That is one of the stops.
There you
Like
go.
I've got the full itinerary. We can go over on a future day.
Okay. But
Future
you're not
show.
going
I'll
to be
print it
like
out.
in there. You're not going to be there for like enclave or anything. You're going to stay outside of the halls, right?
I don't know. I think we're on death watch, so
yeah.
maybe.
Well, I might give you a resume.
Trip
to drop
Affleck
off.
says go to the Bear and Staff in the West End. That has got to be a gay
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
Right?
It's got
And
to be.
I think Trip wants you to walk right into the middle of that.
Yeah, with your
That's
bag.
wonderful. Trip, how are you? Nice to see you in the chat group today. Let's see. We've got Ben, and we've got Ian and Jim, and
Gail
welcome
and
to
Bill.
everybody in our chat group today. Do you not like it when I start looking at the comments?
No, it's fine.
No, it's always fun.
Okay. Why were you grinning like that? Oh, he's distracted now? Is that what it was?
No,
You know?
because when you get to the chats, it could go in any direction.
I know. I just don't do it very much. Rob has it every
it's
day,
fun.
and he's got more ADD than I do. So he's reading the chats.
It's
every
really
day.
not a contest, Mike.
No, but you don't. But you have ADD, don't you?
More OCD than ADD, I think,
Right.
because I like things to be just so.
Hi, Rick. Hi, Jeff.
You see, now you've baited them. Now they're thinking, I can get in the chat and Michael say my name.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of like taking calls, you know.
A little bit.
It is.
Tripper Buena. I'm really glad I hopped on the chat today. I don't do it very often. I like doing that. I like taking your commentary. So what do we ask for when we're begging for money? What do we ask for?
Super chats.
Hey, send in your super chats today. I'm paying attention.
Yeah, send in your super chats to cover costs of sirens and chest packs.
And trips to Europe.
Yeah, and trips in Austin.
You can eat.
That you can eat.
Now, has your wife been to Europe before?
Yes, and
Okay,
this trip
so-
is to take her mom, who has never been.
So she is
So we are taking her.
an experienced traveler, and she's the travel arranger. You
Yes.
don't do that? Oh, that's great.
No.
I don't have
No,
that
no,
burden
no. She gets
anymore.
mad at me because I'm a last-minute guy.
Okay,
Or
all right.
for me, I like to, if it was my trip, we would fly to London and just wander around and figure out what to do.
Okay, all right. So, look, I will tell you that I am the planner in my house, and it's kind of a burden sometimes when I'm doing that. I have determined, this is exciting.
Oh, here it comes.
In June, we will be taking a very, very exclusive luxury trip ourselves. We are driving to Maine again.
That's great.
26 hours.
Have you figured out what you're going to tow?
Gonna tow nothing, but it's still, I have reached the age, and there's the reason why car carriers are down here all the time. Old people don't like to get on the highway anymore and just linger in the car. You become, what it is as you get older, you're regressing to your childhood.
Yeah.
You're regressing to infancy. So once again, when you're in your 30s and 40s, hey, drive anywhere. Take
Sure.
a cross-country trip by vehicle. No, not now.
26 hours, 2 days. I can do it. Yeah, not going to happen.
Well, it is 2 days. It is two.
Well,
we
usually
do it.
Yeah.
That's a lot
You gotta
to
cut
ask
it
in
into
2
3.
days. Yeah.
It'll probably end up being 3. It'll
Yeah.
probably end up doing that. We'll probably stop in the Northern Virginia area and Boston. Probably what we'll do. That's what we usually do.
Will you
Stop
do
in
will you
Leesburg?
do a parking lot meet and greet in Leesburg? I'd love to
meet and
host
greet.
you.
I knew meet and greet was going to come out of his mouth. No.
Okay. Mike.
We're doing a lot of meet and greets, and we're taking a cruise. We're doing what we need to do. That's
Wouldn't
exactly
be
what
doing.
we're doing.
Rob
Wouldn't
was-
be doing.
I believe Rob was asking for you to meet him.
Yeah, to greet me.
No, he wouldn't want that.
Oh, I don't know. A quick
you-
dinner.
No, you wouldn't. You don't care about that. You don't want to have dinner with me.
Now, what game are you playing? I would love to have
I'm
dinner.
not playing
with you.
any game. You're the game player. I have no game whatsoever. It's just I don't think I mean, we have a different relationship than the old show
Sure.
relationship, but it's still not. We like to go our kind of separate ways, right?
But if
We've
you were
had
coming-
plenty of each other when the microphones are turned off, don't you believe that? And if we travel for the show, we enjoy each other's company.
But even then, we
spectacularly.
don't.
But a
We don't
forced
travel
social
that
event,
often.
yeah.
We don't.
We wouldn't socialize if I was up in Northern Virginia regularly.
Yeah, but I would see
get everything
you-
I want of you.
I would see you in a room every day. I would love to take you for just a bite if you were coming through. Just you and me in an abandoned restaurant.
with a television camera set up.
Exactly. A
With
really
Rob
great
with Rob doing a serious interview with a very dark restaurant with leatherback chairs.
I'd like to see the two of you go see a silent movie.
I will tell you this and this is the truth. As far as the afternoon setting aside with the REO Speedwagon, that was off-putting to me. But as far as silent movies, I find pretty fascinating. I didn't want to do that for the bit the other day, but
Right.
in all seriousness, when I will linger occasionally if they're on what's that channel you and I watch?
Turner Classic Movies.
Turner Classic Movies would, like, at weird hours,
Yeah,
run
overnight
maybe
usually.
overnight, yeah, late night, run silent movies. I don't mind it all that much. But getting back to the whole getting together socially,
Yeah.
I've never asked you this. Mm-hmm. In the old incarnation of the show, didn't you find your social schedule with the show's principal somewhat, I don't want to use the word mandatory, but you were obliged to attend at all times?
That's
correct?
Perfectly said. Perfectly said. There was an obligation.
Yeah,
there was an obligation.
That's what I said. And I would never burden you with that. And you know me, I escaped that. Right?
Yeah.
I escaped that with everybody because for me, once the microphones were turned off, and this is once again the caveat is when we all see each other, when we're on the road somewhere, it's different because that's the time we get that's not like showtime. That's when we can chat with each other and laugh, and even if we're doing something additional for the show. But when you have this much togetherness, I think you can go and look at a lot of different people that are in the business of flapping their gums for a living that, you don't need more, really. That would be more. That's why the shows like Kelly and that husband of hers on
Mark
Live
Consuelos?
with Mark Consuelos. That's got to be a bit much, I would think.
I would think, but the money helps.
Yeah, the money helps. The golden handcuffs do help that situation, and he's always been around the periphery of that. That's always been a part of that, but that doesn't take away from, the fact that it's probably not a strain, but just a little bit, here we go again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A
lot of weight on the bridge, yeah.
You think when they get back to their incredibly expensive apartment in New York City that they might go to separate sides of the room? Separate sides of the apartment?
After she berates him, yes.
Or separate apartments.
Wouldn't you love to know? When you've got that kind of he said, she said. I've always thought about that with that particular show. I've always thought when it's kind of like, well, how about that? Well, we could never. I saw a clip from them the other day where they said, I could never get divorced. And it was just, it was like, it's always seemed to me a little up with people-ish.
Meanwhile, the door shuts when they get home, and the first thing she says is, "You are so short."
I would like to think so. But the answer to that is that no. I mean, if I was doing a regular show-related thing and Robb was there, or when Robb, as I've said, traveling with Robb, I do miss that when we would travel like on the same flight.
Right.
I would very pointedly make sure that I didn't miss that opportunity because it was so much fun when we traveled to so many airports.
We don't have that anymore.
Right.
We have the same destination, but never the same origin. So all I'm saying is,
right.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a burger? Just see, face to face.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, probably yes.
What if Robb just gives you a break from the drive? And you drive to Leesburg, and then he'll hop in the car and drive you the next 2 hours.
Yeah, I'll drive to BWI and then take a flight back to Leesburg Regional Airport.
Oh, wow. That's good.
For example, I think the last time you were up here was for Mark Riddell's funeral. Am I right?
Yes.
Is that right? And we even broke away from the funeral to go and have a meal. I mean, we did spend some time together. We didn't go to where everyone was going, and it was lovely because we don't get to see in person each other that much. Yeah. So just know that I don't have the space to put you up, but I would love to see you on your trip north. The guest room is being occupied by Josh.
He's really living there. He's not in Florida.
No.
This is an elaborate ruse that's going on. When I make the final plans, since the kibosh was officially put on the idea of maybe flying up there, which would have been appealing to me. Unfortunately,
don't you have too much stuff to bring to fly, though?
The dogs are the main drag on it. The dogs and the money are the main reason, because it's just between and then the bottom line is to cover a relatively short amount of ground, because it's an obscure place to fly to, very expensive.
Yeah.
And the other option was fly to Boston, less expensive, and rent the car. That's the expensive part.
Oh, yeah, and you'd have to rent the car for the whole time.
I haven't shut the door. Yeah, I know. 3 weeks. So that's the prohibitive part.
Yeah, a Buick Enclave will set you back a lot of money for 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, we've done the Buick Enclave. That was an upgrade, and I don't know why we were going. I think we went up there at Christmas time. and got one of those. And I remember they upgraded us, and that's when I discovered the less talked about SUV, the Buick Enclave, a phenomenal automobile. I'm here to give you an endorsement on that car.
And if you're looking for luxury, Mike, don't ignore the Buick Lucerne.
Do they still make the Lucerne?
I don't know, but it's a 4-door vehicle.
The Lucerne.
I enjoyed
the
it
Buick
very much.
Lucerne. Yeah, when Buick started to be associated with old people, it's probably because of the names. Right?
Yeah.
The Buick Lucerne.
The Lucerne. That's to my
sounds like a nail tech in 1950.
Well,
Lucerne.
It sounds
can
like,
I have this color polish, please?
It was a milk brand when I grew up. Lucerne
Right.
sour cream, cream cheese, and whole milk.
Hey, I have to ask, and I'm totally jumping to another subject here, but I have to ask Josh about this. I was listening to The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was talking about, because I'm a little more interested in baseball than I have been. And they were talking about the performance of Shohei Ohtani in Japan when they went over there.
He just got his
the
first
Dodgers.
home run.
And they went over to play the Cubs in Japan, and they were discussing his prowess as one of the greatest athletes of all time. Do you concur?
He's got the opportunity to be that. Yes. Yeah, he's
That's
proven
not
it
very
over
committal.
there. No, he's proven it over there. He's proven it over here so far. He is the best baseball player right now.
And he also
sure.
can be at the plate and do amazing things like get amazing power, amazing speed on the bases, and then throw in the fact that he is an amazing pitcher as well. And
He
that's
is changing
pretty,
the game in
unusual.
that way.
Okay.
He could
you
be
think
the
we'll see more
MVP
guys
every year.
Do you think we'll see more guys that'll be able to do it all out there?
Yes. I think you'll see more more pitchers, position player pitchers.
But Mike said he was the greatest. He's being pitted as the greatest athlete of all time. Does he play any other sports?
No. This is the baseball, his chosen sport they were talking
But
about.
I mean, to be an athlete, he probably should play a little basketball.
He'd probably be fine at any other sport. Baseball is generally considered the hardest.
He's
How
that
tall
good.
is he?
I don't know.
You see, he'd have to be tall to play basketball.
I think he's a tall drink of water. And the other question for you, Mr. Soroka, there'll be many today.
6'4". 6'4"
6'4"?
for Ohtani.
Oh, very tall, yeah.
And
We didn't really
on sports.
get-
Did you see Mount St. Mary won last night?
Oh, I
So
turned
they're
it
gonna
off.
they're gonna play Duke on Friday.
Easy
I
win
turned it
for
off.
Mount St. Mary's.
The Mount was, I guess the AU lost their best player in the first half with a knee injury, and then he came hobbling out afterwards, and it's like.
I heard he
you
was
know,
making up a test. That's why he couldn't come to the game.
an algebra competency exam.
Mike
Take me
O'Mara.
back to 1980. I saw they were just getting crapped on. They looked smaller. They looked weaker. And the kid that was their superstar, you're never supposed to say this about an injury, but
Yeah, go ahead.
way to meet the moment. Anyway, no, that's terrible. I shouldn't say that. But it was interesting that I was able to get pissed off without knowing the team at all, not following them at all anymore, but then get pissed off at the
You're a
fact
true
that they-
fan.
What was the final?
That's
Did you get the
sports.
final? Did you get the final on that game? I think they beat them by like 20 points. It was a rout, a total rout. The Mount,
The best season for the Mount since 1962.
83-72.
Oh, that's 9 points.
So
That's not
11
bad.
points.
Yeah, 11 points. What's the matter with your math skills?
I inverted the tens place. Sorry.
Okay, so congratulations to the Mount. Good luck with the opener. Duke is, a powerhouse. Well, wouldn't that be something with having if they beat Duke? That'll be truly amazing, and that's what the NCAA's are all about. Now, last question for you, Josh Soroka. I wanted to say we briefly referenced the fact on yesterday's show that you had logged some time with the Righteous Gemstones. I wanted
did.
to ask you what your thoughts were on Penis TV with baby Billy Freeman.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just
That
the prosthetic
should be-
penis hanging. I mean, with a close up of it.
And using
Just-
it as a prop as well,
It
like
was-
swinging it. That's
it
not
was-
okay.
Yeah. I think you guys set it up that I was expecting more,
In what way? Larger?
larger and multiple scenes instead of just one scene.
Perhaps because
But
perhaps
it was
it sounded like that because I thought I'd seen enough after 5 seconds.
But you are correct that that's HBO's new slogan. Their shows love that. And I enjoyed the first episode with the cast back.
Yeah.
And I like the birthday telecast because
the telethon for
the telethon was. We've talked before about how much of it kind of follows true to the church. The telethon is so many Christmas
where they all
packages
come
have been
out
like
with
that.
the angel wings and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And
Or as the daughter said, the fairy wings.
Yeah, the fairy wings.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure was inspired from the mega church last year that was doing floating drummers for the little drummer boy.
As
a real
big
thing.
production
Right.
number.
So, yeah.
Do you understand that I bailed at that scene on the boat where they were talking? Not only is he talking about
when the kids are trying to get him to return,
trying to get him to come
Chanting,
home, and it was
and I also think is it Kelvin?
Yeah,
the youngest son. I think they toyed for 3 seasons or however many it's been with his relationship with the other guy, the weird
Keith.
guy, Keith. And I think they pushed that to the next level to be like in your face this time.
Well,
where they've kind of teased it in the past.
I don't know. It's penis TV, and then I find I almost wish that John Goodman was fatter. Something that's been said about me many, many times as well. But like when he's got his little blue age spots and he's in the shower and stuff, it's like, it's
I don't like him with long hair. I do not.
I don't like
long
anything
hair.
about the way he looked. It's
I love John Goodman so bad.
I love John Goodman. He's the brilliant actor, John Goodman. But it was just, and then the juices and the lady. It was so gross.
Yeah.
It was so disgusting to me. It really was. And I just said enough. I couldn't get by the comedy. Obviously, you guys can handle that better than I can. It was his grossness just got to me in that. That's what I hated. You stayed with the whole episode?
I did. I mean, again,
As did
this many
yeah.
seasons in.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not ready to give up.
Rob, do you have any? Because I didn't see the.
I think
after
it's-
the boat, I was gone.
I still am drawn to the show. I think the deal with Walton Goggins is that the nudity is oppressive to you because he already looks like an alien, even without makeup. And then when he's got the baby Billy get up going, and then that swinging at me thing, it's upsetting.
And is he supposed to not have a proper? It seemed that the equipment was damaged in some way. Did it not? Did it not? Like the berries were not there, right? The twig was there, but the berries seemed to be shriveled up.
I think the berries were there. Maybe it was
no.
They were
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they were hanging out.
Yeah, they were.
They were
No,
there.
it was this thin flap. It was this thin. You have to go back. All right, on the bonus show, can we retrieve it? Is there a way we could retrieve it?
Well, look,
Can we
try.
please try it? We have to discuss his sack.
That's the first time that topic will be broached on a bonus show.
We have to discuss his sack.
Celebrity sack.
That's not a normal sack. Come
No,
on.
it didn't throw me. The sack didn't throw me.
Wait, I'm not asking whether it threw you or not. I'm asking whether it appeared to be in any way normal. It was Abby normal. We're going to have to do that on the bonus show. If you don't have a bonus show subscription, I hope we are able to retrieve, hopefully, the prosthetic worn by Walton Goggins on the Righteous Gemstones, because when they did perhaps I'm staring at it a little more than I should.
Maybe.
But it seemed that the purse was there, but the marbles in the purse were not. Am I the only one watching this and seeing this?
Maybe your TV's bigger than ours.
Yeah,
Maybe you got a nice, clearer picture of the purse.
Let's take a break. I have to regroup. I have to regroup on this. I am totally confused.
Mike, the only question I have for you is Arnold's son, Patrick Schwarzenegger, how are his balls?
I didn't analyze his. I don't think we saw his. I don't think.
No, it was much.
We just saw him make out with his brother, HBO.
Which
just
is
keep it coming.
His dad on that show, we got those.
Keep it coming.
yeah.
When are you gonna have people doing it with animals? That's next. Jesus. Help me. Hey, everybody. Mike O'Mara here.
Hi.
When skies are cloudy and gray, they're only gray for a day. So, wrap your troubles in dreams and dream your troubles away.
Dream your troubles away.
What song is that? I'm lost. What
That's
is it again?
that's a 1930s song called Dream Your Troubles Away, I believe it's called.
Dream your troubles away. I don't know it. I probably know it if I heard it. This podcast sponsored by Soul. Robb wrote this commercial while on Soul. On Soul. The team at Soul just launched their new out-of-office nightcap gummies.
I'm on Soul, man.
You're on Soul.
Get him on.
Hey, are you on something?
Yeah, I'm on Soul.
Soul just launched their brand new delicious out-of-office nightcap gummies. They're similar to their world-famous sleep gummies, but nightcap gummies have 3 milligrams of THC for people who require something a little stronger to go to sleep, and it works. THC and melatonin in Soul's nightcap gummies, they work together to promote deep restorative sleep. How? Well, THC helps you go to sleep faster and stay asleep longer. The melatonin signals to your body that it's time to sleep, and Soul's out-of-office nightcap gummies also contain CBN and CBD, so you sleep deeply. You wake up without feeling groggy, and of course, Soul obviously made them absolutely delicious. Blueberry lemonade, crikey!
Yeah.
Plus, if you want to treat yourself, crack open a cold, out-of-office, sparkling THC beverage. Delicious and relaxing. Be like Robb. Subscribe to these magic candies. That's what he calls them.
Yeah.
So, hit snooze on crappy sleep and prepare for a great night. Go to getsoul.com and use code TMOS for 30% off your order. That's 30% off your order using code TMOS. That's getsoul.com, code TMOS for 30% off, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm just stunned. I know I've got the news here, but I have to tell you, I am very stunned that you guys did not notice the kind of
All I have to ask is
deformity
this.
that I noticed. It did not appear to be a normal twig and berries.
Right.
Have you
thought it
been
was
aware
empty.
of if your body reacts to, say, cold or hot or stress or anything, or is your valise rather static in its appearance?
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about my junk. Let's move on, please. Thank
You
you.
brought
We've
it
got
up.
a super
Very
chat from Rolando.
Oh, thank you. That's very, very kind of you. I appreciate that. Oh, there it is, right up
Yeah.
there. Very good. Thank
How
you.
would
We appreciate
do you
that.
think Jack Kent Cooke would like to thank him?
Rolando? God bless you. Let's begin, shall we? I've
Yes,
digressed
do.
enough, and I'm all over the place on today's show. Hit the thing. God damn it. Come on. What's wrong?
There you go.
Jesus. God, Apple. A woman in Texas hit the lottery last month for $83.5 million. Life-changing. But they still haven't paid her, and there's a chance they won't. This always bugs me.
Yeah.
You be the judge and jury on this. She bought the ticket through a courier app called Jackpocket that's owned by the gambling site DraftKings. I mean, if you're legit, you're a legitimate site.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. You pay through the app, and they send someone to go buy your ticket for you. Lawmakers in Texas have been moving to ban the app and apps like it, partly because Texas state law says you have to pay cash for lotto tickets. Around 9% of tickets sold in the state are bought through one. I guess an app like that. The
Yeah.
state Senate recently passed a bill that would have banned them, but the House didn't pass it, so it never became law. But now, after the woman's win, the Lottery Commission announced they are banning them. So the Jackpocket stopped operating in Texas. But if it operated when she bought the ticket, right?
This is Texas trying to get out of spending, what is it, $83 million?
Yeah.
Because there's pending litigation. They're just dragging their feet. And keep in mind, if the Texas Lottery Office can keep that $1 million check or $83 million check to themselves for 4 or 5 extra months, think of the money
Right.
they'll make in interest.
Yeah.
They have every opportunity they're going to have to drag this out. They will. They'll probably have to pay it, but if they can hold on to that money for an extra 6 months, it's a boon.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott launched an investigation into the win, and that's why she hasn't been paid yet. The lottery says they won't pay up until the investigation is over, and she's not the only one they're investigating. If it was not banned and it was not law that they couldn't use the app, I think the law is on her side. We'll have to wait
I do
and
too,
see.
but I think they're going to drag their feet.
They're also looking into a big lotto win from 2023 where a company in New Jersey bought so many tickets they basically guaranteed a win. They spent $25 million and won $95 million in a jackpot, so they beat the system, and officials don't like it. The woman's lawyer says her case is totally different, which I would agree on the surface. Everything I'm reading seems to indicate that. But she's not getting paid, at least for now. I would love to get an update. Here's a story I don't need any kind of update on whatsoever.
Okay.
Kanye West has been burning bridges and picking fights over the last few days, but he may have gone too far on Tuesday when he launched a Twitter attack on Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or more accurately, he went after their kids.
Well, that's never okay.
To put it gently, Kanye questioned the mental capacity of their 7-year-old twins, Rumi and Sir. To be more blunt, he called them the R word. He is, I don't know if you can ever stop at free speech and all that crap, but he is truly monstrous.
So he actually posted the R word on Twitter regarding.
He posted the R word on Twitter, blamed that on the fact that they were conceived via artificial insemination. What a just terribly
bad
dismal,
person. Yeah.
depressed, nasty man this guy is. He actually took the tweet down and said he felt bad about it. Then later he said, quote, "I regret taking it down. My Twitter is a one-way conversation. I don't buy into the fact that an album of his drops this week and that he's just trying to get buzz on it. I don't think it has anything. I think he's broken. A creep. I think he's just a total broken creep. Don't care for Kanye. Not much you can say to that, but that's him, and he gets the publicity.
Leave the kids alone, please.
There is apparently a new trend of people going under general anesthesia while getting tattooed. Have either one of you heard about this?
No.
There are a few drawbacks.
It shouldn't be allowed.
The benefits are obvious. You wouldn't have to worry about needles, pain, and boredom while you're asleep. Is boredom a thing, Josh, when you're getting one? When you're getting a big elaborate one?
I imagine if it's too big.
Okay.
Sure.
What's the longest time you ever spent under a tattoo gun?
Oh, I have nothing big, so probably 2 hours.
Yeah, I think
but it still gets a little tedious, I would imagine.
Yeah, it does, right? And they have movies playing and stuff, but there's never anything good.
Mine took just over an hour, and I was so into the fact that it was happening, I didn't have a chance to get bored.
You're watching it the whole time.
Yeah,
and you're having small talk with the tattooist at the time and all.
Yeah.
So.
As a matter of fact, Mike, I don't know if I told you this. The tattoo artist that did me, he was probably just over 300 pounds, had a teardrop tattooed on his face.
Okay.
And he told me all about his cats that he has, all named after characters on Little House on the Prairie.
And that's true, right? You're not making that up.
100% true.
And incidentally,
he said,
300
this is
pounds,
a picture of Mr. Edwards, he said.
300 pounds comes to play a little bit later in this newscast, ladies and gentlemen.
Tight, baby.
Now, regarding the anesthesia while tattooed, there are a few drawbacks. For one, death.
Yeah, I would think.
At least one person has died while being put under during a back tattoo. There are also a few less severe medical issues that could come up, like infections, allergic reactions, and there's also the cost. If you ever had an operation or something that required you to be put under, it's way more expensive than the price of, say, a CBD edible. A tattoo artist says a back tattoo with sedation would cost between $30,000 and $35,000.
What?
The same ink without anesthesia could cost $10K to $15K. What's that? The whole back? If you're doing,
I would think it would have to be the whole thing. Yeah. You know what's crazy?
Just go to prison.
What's crazy about that is, what kind of doctors are they bringing in to administer anesthesia in a tattoo parlor? It's probably not the best. Yeah.
Not every tattoo parlor is going to have this option. Most of the artists who are doing it now claim they are using board-certified anesthesiologists within surgery centers, not hole-in-the-wall studios. Because are those I've never had a tattoo. Aren't they a little?
They're very nice.
Mine was very nice.
They're not.
Nice.
They're not like a little dusty or dirty.
And you know what? I want to talk about tattoos on the bonus show.
Okay, all right, we can do that. We'll talk about
I just have a quick thing to talk about.
Bonus show.
And
we'll talk about
one on Uncle Billy. baby.
We'll talk also about I've got it all figured out on the bonus show this week.
Yeah.
I know what we care about. I know every single detail of it, and you will leave that bonus show thoroughly entertained and informed.
Quick question to Josh. Have you ever been thrown off by the pain of the tattoo? It was much more mild than I anticipated.
No, different locations hurt more.
Well, mine was in Richmond.
He's talking about the body.
Yes. Oh, okay.
An 800-pound fetish model finally earns 800 pounds. 800 lbs.
Yes.
She earns $5,000 a month by fulfilling bizarre online requests.
Okay. I'm listening.
Including role-playing as a giant that eats tiny people. I'm just the messenger. Renee.
When's our next cocktail hour?
Renee spelled Reneye. Renee Starr. She's 44. And of course she's from Holiday, Florida. Of course she is.
Mike, where every day is a holiday.
She weighed a mere 330 pounds before a car crash in 2009 left her disabled by breaking her right foot, and she doubled in size. God love her. She started doing fetish modeling online and for magazines, posting on pinup websites, as well as OnlyFans by 2020. Her career took off in 2008, and she has about 3,000 followers across 9 platforms. She also does phone sex. Body positive Renee works for around 8 hours a day, and despite her size, she insists she prioritizes her health and leads a fulfilling life outside of her work. She appears to be, I saw a photo of her. She appears to be, I'm not sure whether being mobile, ambulatory is in the cards. She's that big. I'm not sure she can get around. She doesn't look like she might be able to.
Well, she broke her foot.
Yeah. She has no plans to lose any weight. She says she feels happy and healthy just the way she is. Sorry, Rob.
I'm sorry. You made me cough there.
Beyond fetish modeling, Star has other creative outlets, including tarot card reading.
Nice.
And a YouTube cooking show. The YouTube cooking show is a huge hit, mainly because Renee does all her cooking with homemade cheese.
Oh, Mike.
There it is. I'm sorry. I thought I'd make it a little grosser for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. And if you please,
make it all with your own cheese. Isn't that delish, ladies and gentlemen?
Great. So
yum,
great.
yum, 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 yum. We'll be back with more stuff right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Tribute to Chuck Barris. Hey, everybody, it's better in the Bahamas. So get ready. All aboard the TMOS Love Boat.
Nice.
It's our first ever party on the high seas. Join the Mike O'Mara Show crew for an unforgettable weekend aboard the stunning MSC Seaside. Set sail from Miami Beach on Friday, December 5th, kicking off the evening with an exclusive TMOS cocktail party. Saturday, Nassau exploration and a live TMOS entertainment program. Sunday, your private island relaxation, then TMOS Team Jeopardy. It's the trip of a lifetime. Then on Monday, back home to your miserable life that has no water slides, casinos, or an exclusive chocolate boutique.
My
your
life
voyage
sucks.
Your voyage includes all your meals, the beverage package, $50 onboard credit, the Wi-Fi package, plus an exclusive TMOS Love Boat gift bag. And we're adding stuff to the gift bag every day.
Every day.
And, of course, access to all the TMOS events. Interior ocean view and balcony cabins are available. But balconies sell fast. Secure your spot with a small deposit and an easy payment plan. Let's vacation together. Book now at tmoscruise.com. If you got any questions, email cruise@MikeO'MaraShow.com. This is huge. Don't miss out. Reserve your cabin today at tmoscruise.com. Josh Soroka, have I left anything out? Is there anything you want to update our listeners on?
All good. Keep signing up. We had some sign-ups this week, so just keep doing
Very
it.
good.
Yeah.
All right. Do it. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I'll lay it out there. I want to wrap my car.
What is the matter with you?
With the TMOS logo?
No.
Big advertisement?
No.
Or you want a
Titleist?
new color?
I want a new color.
One that does
I
what it
hate
should.
the color of my car. When I got in my car wreck and I replaced my white car, which was just popped, in my opinion, with a like green-gray one that I hate. And
Really?
I want to wrap. I've been watching wrapping videos, not the kind that it's
I like Run DMC, right?
No, not those kind. I've been watching these guys that do it online, and it just appeals to me. It looks kind of cool.
What color would you get?
Forest green,
That's the color of Julia's car.
but matte forest green.
Why
Like a matte forest green.
I don't like
is it
that.
cheaper to wrap rather than paint?
It's cheaper to
Color?
wrap than paint. That's I've
Even if
done
you go to like Earl Scheib?
I have done a minimal amount of research, and by the way, I'm throwing this out there just to know if anybody knows their way around this and anybody's had any experience with it. Look, I know it's stupid. I know, but I'm stupid. And I like to do stupid things. And you know what? When that clock on the wall looks at you every day and is going ticky-tock, and you're looking at people, here in Rancho de los Muertos that can't blow spit bubbles, it's not going to be long, So, I mean, live in the now, man. So, I don't
Would
know.
you do anything off the wall or from
I wouldn't do anything that would be described as garish, but people might say just by wrapping the car, you're doing something garish.
Well, I mean,
just
from a
No,
distance, especially if it's a flat paint, it's not going to look like a wrap.
Right.
it
There's
won't,
wraps
'cause
you can tell and wraps that you can't.
Right.
Now, the wraps you can tell are like if you've got a day glow, chrome, pink, that type of thing, that's a wrap. But
When
this
I
would be
wrapped
something-
the Caprice, what I got wrapped with was it was a repeating logo for Cool cigarettes. It was beautiful.
I don't have a lease. Not a
No,
a-
you
a
you
sub. I
own
don't
this
have a
car.
lease.
You can
Yeah.
do whatever you like.
Yeah, he's very interested in this. Let me
What if
see
you
what
did
he
like a
has to say.
Brougham top? What if you did a green bottom and a white roof?
I don't think it would work. I don't think that that would do it for me. I really, really.
How about you wrap it and on the driver's side it says his, and on the passenger side it says hers?
Well, we can
No,
get little
not gonna
stickers for that.
Yeah.
But have
Getting
you
any
seen
help? Yes.
the cars that I see wrapped all the time are the Cybertrucks?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I like this wrap on the Cybertruck to make it look like it's a different vehicle.
Oh wow!
So I
Okay,
think
I
maybe
see.
you need to wrap,
But that's silly.
That's silly.
That's silly. Yeah.
but I think that's what you need to do is you need to think
Look,
about
see,
how you
you
want to
get-
wrap it other than just a color.
Put in forest green matte wrap and see.
Hey
if,
man,
something-
I am Matt Rapp.
This is Matt Rapp, taking you through the overnight hours. USA Today's got a survey I wanted to share with you.
Darling.
How's it going, darling? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Chris. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate that.
Oh, Chris Arnold, nice.
To help Mike wrap his car with the TMOS logo.
You have to do something. I mean, if you wrap
No, I
it-
don't have to. Are you saying I have to do something show related with it?
No. You just have to do a little something to set it off from all the other wrapped cars.
I really love my vehicle. That's why I want to do it. I love my vehicle, but I don't love the color.
And it'll
that's why
protect
I
the
wanna
paint.
really-
It doesn't damage the paint, right?
No, in a way, it's kind of
protector.
sealing it. It's sealing.
It's
Like
like,
a
a case on your phone.
Or a grandmother's sofa with a plastic
By the way,
wrap on
in
it.
Rancho de los Muertos, we have a new neighbor that moved in, a car person. It's like I think Carly said it's a lady that lives alone, and she's got these like amazing cars every day.
There's a forest green.
What do you think, Rob?
I like it.
Does
think
it
it
look
looks
too
good.
military?
No, not really. I mean, the car, I'm not sure the military would be buying that automobile.
Well, when I put the face paint on, remember that was kind of a grass green.
okay, here's the
look.
thing. If you wrap your car in that color, you're not allowed to drive around with face paint.
Somebody said the tell is the door jams.
Sure. When you open it up, you're going to see the
Right.
original paint color in your door jam.
Yeah. But I mean,
So
if you're looking
This
at that,
door jams.
I mean, I have no problem with people knowing it's a wrap. That doesn't. And John, Mary, that's a wrap. Who the hell did that? That's a million years ago.
I remember it though. Yeah, you're clicking in John, Mary.
Mary, that's a wrap. So it's something. Look, I think it's too It doesn't fall into the needed category.
Josh, can you Google a forest green glossy wrap just for fun?
Are you doing that for Trip?
Yeah, I'm curious,
Okay.
but it's a valid thing. I mean, I want to know if
Totally
it looks
into
better.
the chat room today. I'm really totally into the
You're
chat
you're
room.
one of them, Mike. Exactly. So, but it's got to be green.
No, not necessarily. I haven't.
I like
committed to
blue.
it.
Blue is nice.
Here's a gloss wrap.
That's
I think
that's
that
what I
has a-
want.
has a
That's
nice
what I
shine.
want, Trip. That's the
That's
one.
tight.
Yeah, not matte. I want that one. That's it. That's the color.
Now you
That's
realize
the
if you
color.
get wrapped, it's not going to be a Mercedes, right?
No, it's not going to be a Mercedes. Well, that maybe was my enthusiasm.
When you wrap it, you can put any logo you want on it.
Hi, Rolando. How you doing? Thank you for the donation. We appreciate that. Very. I don't think it's going to happen, but if it did, that would be. Can you click that back on? That's the color. That's the color that gets me going. Right there. That's
I can
the look.
tell. Yeah.
That's the look. I know. Yeah. Look. Yes.
When you wrap your car, can you also add the neon lights underneath?
No,
Yeah,
I
like
will
that.
not do that. No, but I'm really, really excited if I
'Cause if Mike, if
really
you-
want to do this.
If you're not married to the gloss, can we lose that a second, Josh? It's pretty, but maybe you want to go with something more like an earth tone.
I never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight. I never seen you shine so bright.
He wrapped his bike. Oh,
We're
already?
taking a break. Yeah, already. Yes. It's top of the hour, baby. That's the way that goes. Rob's got a restaurant scam I want to talk about, and I
Yes.
really hope it's something. It's all Rob all the time with a restaurant scam and Vera Goulet when we come back on the
Something
Mike
for
O'Mara
everybody,
Show.
Mike.
Yes, sirree. What a show. What a show. Dumb as a box of cotton balls. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any delightful memories like you and your pony? Huh? Do you want to relive them? Are they
Carrie had a
trapped?
pony, Mike, when she was
Are they
little.
trapped? We had a pony once.
Yeah.
Right on this show. On VHS tapes, is that where they're hiding, or film reels? You're just not sure where to start? Chill out, Karen. We have found the perfect solution. It's called Legacy Box, the simple and safe solution for digitizing all your family's precious memories. Plus, when you go to legacybox.com/TMOS, you can enjoy 50% off when you get started. Legacy Box, you'll love it. Co-founders Nick and Adam started Legacy Box in their college dorm room over a decade ago. Since then, it's grown from a team of 2 to the largest and most trusted digitizing company in the world. Right now, when you purchase a Legacy Box, you get 90 days free access to Legacy Box Cloud, which is the easiest way to stream, share, and download your memories. It's like Netflix, but for your home movies. You can stream your vids or pics anywhere, download, organize, save them, and store them securely. The Legacy Box Cloud brings you peace of mind, and now you can't even lose your photos, even if you tried. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS to save 50% for a limited time. That's legacybox.com/TMOS. That's legacybox, one last time, .com/TMOS. Do it, do it, do it. I really hope, when you said in the pre-show meeting,
Yes.
that you have some sort of hack that restaurants are doing to people, or a
Perpetrating
scam.
against people, yeah, and they're not telling them. When you were a happening restaurant / pub owner, did you ever serve something that was sort of a little misguided, or it was not exactly true in the description? Like, did you ever substitute something and serve it and just hope that the patron wouldn't notice?
The answer would be no, but I could also tell you what our profit leader was for the price to cost ratio, and it is in most restaurants.
Okay, what?
Soda?
It was the avocado. It was the not avocado. What was it? It was maybe it was avocado. It was a cream cheese based.
Oh, I bet spinach dip
chips
was
and
it?
dip, spinach dip.
I bet it was spinach dip.
Spinach
yeah.
dip.
Because it's all cream cheese, right?
Cream
Yeah.
cheese is just the main ingredient. Absolutely the cheapest thing in the world. You charge the normal app rate for it. It's
But delicious, and everyone knows what it is when they get it.
yeah.
It seems like you wouldn't be able to swap ingredients because of allergies.
You shouldn't. But
Well,
what's
also,
going,
I would think it would be illegal if you were telling people something is not what it is.
This is going viral. I saw this on TikTok. You had, I guess, probably a soda gun at your bar, so you had ginger ale as a regular offering, right?
Yes. Yeah, in a gun.
Yeah. I love ginger ale. If I'm not going to have a caffeinated soda, I will probably go to ginger ale. I think it's a classic one. But I will show you this video. A bartender and a waitress both said this. Their restaurant doesn't serve ginger ale. So when you order a ginger ale at their restaurant, they take a clean glass, add ice, give it about 3/4 of the way full with either Starry, which is the Pepsi brand, or Sprite, then a splash of Pepsi, and then just a little more Starry to make sure the color's right, and serve it as ginger ale. So it's basically Pepsi and Sprite that they're serving as a ginger ale. Here's an example of what it looks like. So there's your glass, ice, Starry, a splash of Pepsi for color, top it off with a little more Starry. And granted, it looks like a ginger ale when it's done.
But I would imagine the flavor, there's no ginger in it.
Yeah, but people...
What is Starry? What the hell is
Starry?
Starry?
Is the Pepsi version of Sprite.
Okay, all right.
It replaced Mist.
Sierra Mist.
Yeah.
Does the flavor combo result in a ginger ale flavor?
I was going through it in my head, and I guess it could taste like a lousy ginger ale.
Can you roll that one more time?
Yeah, absolutely.
It seems like Starry is the prime ingredient here.
Yeah, and Starry is good. Starry is a good knockoff of Sprite. But the thing is, they get the color just right.
I mean, almost no Pepsi in it.
Just enough for
whatsoever.
color.
And then top it off with that.
Yeah.
There's no way that tastes like anything but Starry.
Yeah, you're right, but
There's
doing
not enough
it.
Pepsi in there.
But the
Starry,
Pepsi's...
Starry night.
Mike,
Paint your palette blue and gray.
Mike loves some of the more obscure Don McLean.
I love that. That's not obscure. Is that obscure? Would you?
Well,
consider
if you
that
put
an
it up
obscure
against
one?
American Pie, yeah.
Well, that's a mega hit. But I
Yeah.
mean, wasn't that his second big song?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Vincent. Starry Night.
What a great song.
I think
favorite
he's
Don McLean song.
I think he's still alive and working.
Starry Night.
But then, if they fool you with this, I'm sure that they think they're getting one over on you. But what if you're anti-caffeine? What if you're allergic to caffeine?
Well, fool me once. We won't be fooled again.
But have you ever heard of that in the restaurant game of like substituting sodas for things?
No, we would just, what we would do is we would take the Rail Bowman's vodka and put it in the Grey Goose bottles.
Well, that's expected.
That's what we would do. That's done, I think, in unscrupulous. I think that what you have to remember that in most municipalities, Rob, there is something called a controlled service, in many cases called alcohol beverage control.
Yeah.
And
is it run by Elon Musk?
It should have been when I was there. And I remember it like it was yesterday when I sat down with a very young alcohol beverage control agent to under the auspices of having a meet and greet, meet your new agent. And she put a binder. Oh, this is a great morning.
Yeah.
A binder down on the table that was about this thick.
Sure.
And I said, "What's that?" She says, "That's your list of violations."
Oh, no.
And it was the result of an undercover operation in my bar that had resulted in $25,000 worth of fines for a variety of issues that were unappealable. And that was the indoctrination. Now, a lot of people at that time, this is right around the time I got out of that wonderful game when I realized that they're kind of out to get you.
Yeah.
But
The
when there's
restaurant game,
alcohol,
yeah.
look, when there's alcohol involved, I get it. I totally get it. You want to do that. But it is very difficult. It is a very slippery slope to judge, who's doing what and when it's happening. Lots going on.
I wonder if
Drinking's
it's
going on.
I wonder if it is a violation to serve a soda that isn't a soda.
I don't think that. Here's the thing: if you serve that to me, it gets down to taste, doesn't it? That if you're a ginger ale drinker and you say this isn't ginger ale, would they?
But don't you ever get like a really crappy soda that doesn't even taste the way it's supposed to taste, and it's because restaurants are
I ordered a
inconsistent?
Diet Coke.
Yeah.
At a drive-through window just the other day, and I got a Diet Dr. Pepper. But the fountain Diet Dr. Pepper was so delicious.
It's good.
That I looked the other way with that.
Yeah.
But so you've gotten the bad Diet Coke or the bad Coke once in a while where it's
Yeah.
watered down. But this is
This is not what
the
they're
flavor.
saying.
And
Now,
a ginger ale person is a connoisseur of ginger ale, don't you think?
Yeah. Did you ever, as a kid, do the drink called the suicide, which was you'd take like a little soda from each of the dispensers?
Oh, my son. I haven't, but my son's done it.
Well, when I was a kid, we would do half and half Coke and Sprite, call it a Sproke, and it was pretty good, but it didn't taste like a ginger ale.
A Sproke.
Josh Sproke.
A Sproke. It's like a spork. A spoon and a fork.
But it's Sprite and Coke.
Well, we'll never figure it out. Vera Goulet is what I want to talk to you about.
Oh,
Tell me
poor
about
Vera, Mike. Poor Vera. And she was immortalized.
Can you please, for those people that, aren't dead, explain who Vera Goulet is?
Well, Vera Goulet
we have our young man down at the bottom of the screen here, Mr. Josh Soroka, please.
Yeah, she is Mrs. Robert Goulet. Now, Robert Goulet, who has passed, was a pop singer in the probably late 50s and 60s. He had a
baritone.
A big
I'm
baritone
familiar with
voice.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Yes.
Elvis hated him.
Hold on. How are you familiar with Robert Goulet? I always like to know the story.
I don't know. But I know
Thank you.
the name and I know what he is.
I
Very
can
good.
guess
Very
two
good.
reasons why Josh might know him, because he was in the second Naked Gun movie, and also he was a plot line in a Simpsons episode where Bart opened a casino in his treehouse and he hired
Didn't
Robert
we interview
Goulet.
him on the old Don and Mike show?
By accident, yeah. I left a message with Vera, and he called back on the studio hotline. And it was like, hello?
this is Robert Goulet.
We got a number, call from this number. This is Robert Goulet.
Yeah, I think he's just been in pop culture enough.
Yeah. And his wife, Vera, was also mentioned in the Simpsons episode because I believe it was Nelson Muntz said to Robert Goulet, your manager told you to shut up. And he said, Vera said that?
Okay, wow.
But this
That's
is
a
a
lot
post-
of knowledge about Vera Goulet. You had to really
And she
stretch
still
to find that one.
manages to look stunning. I'm Facebook friends with Vera. And she posted yesterday, well, AI doesn't leave a stone unturned. I knew this was going to be happening sooner or later. What a world we are living in. I just received the following email from Sony Music. And this is where the quote begins. Quote, hi, Vera. As you are probably aware, AI-generated sound recordings mimicking Robert Goulet's voice have begun to appear online. In the current cases, many, if not most of the AI recordings are associated with Robert Goulet's name and or likeness. Now, here's the turn I like. Sony can initiate takedowns of these recordings if you authorize us to do so. Please let us know if you approve of Sony sending takedowns on Robert's behalf based on your right of publicity with respect to these recordings. So Sony is basically calling Vera Goulet saying, they're making money off your husband. We can do something about it if you want us to, but I don't think so.
Have you located any AI Robert Goulet?
I haven't run across any.
Please share if you find those. I'd really be very curious to see what's going on.
We did have recently Will Ferrell as Robert Goulet on the SNL 50.
Right.
And that was funny. Oh, God, it was funny.
I didn't know that. I didn't see that particular. Was it or was it not funny?
It wasn't funny, and I'm trying to think, did he really do Robert Goulet on the 50, or did I just tune it out?
No, he did. He did.
What was
singing to the three sisters.
Oh, that's right. Denise.
It was
with the
okay.
small hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another clip we can't watch because of NBC.
NBC. Well, you know what? What you could do is before Sony cracks down, put in a request for AI to see what
What
Robert
is a
Goulet
Robert
would be like.
Goulet hit? Is it Camelot?
Camelot would be big. He just did
Didn't he
covers.
have one big smash hit? They always do, right? One, doesn't he?
The one that I'm always associated with him, and I know you do too, is just hear those sleigh bells ring-a-ling, ting-ting, ting-a-ling, too.
That stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
But I don't think it's a pressing enough matter.
He also made some money off You've Got a Friend in Me for Toy Story.
He's in that?
He did the song in Toy Story
wrote it?
2. He performed it.
Really?
You've got a friend in me. Wow.
All right.
I
Is
bet
it Randy Newman? That's Randy Newman's.
I bet Randy
I know,
Newman
but in
hated
the
Robert
sequel,
Goulet.
he covered it. Apparently,
You know-
according
I
to the
know what
soundtrack.
I know what it is. I
Yeah.
know.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Yes, sirree.
And of
Hi,
course,
Rob.
Elvis would shoot a television anytime he saw him.
Yeah, he didn't like Robert Goulet.
And the
That's
odds are in my favor.
Oh, you're a whore for the chat group. You are a whore for the
What?
chat group. You read it.
No,
Don't
I
lie.
didn't.
Yes,
I did
you
not read that.
Yes, you did.
I
You're a liar.
promise.
Liar, liar, liar. You did. I saw it too. I saw it too, and I didn't do it. Liar. We'll be right back, everybody. Come on now. Come on. Tell the truth.
The
Tell
truth is,
the truth will set you free.
I'm free, baby. I did not refer to it because of
This
that. No.
program is, that's not the same as not seeing it. This program is sponsored by Liquid IV. Listen, when is the last time you really indulged yourself? It's been a while. Yes? No? Yes, no? So, treat yourself. Treat yourself by getting yourself the everyday indulgent of extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV, powered by Live Hydroscience. Listen, I have got my Liquid IV, and I am enjoying not lemon lime, not white peach.
Oh?
This is the raspberry sugar-free lemonade. Raspberry lemonade. And
You know, you said
That's good as
yesterday
well.
I
that you
said
were
it's an
coming
acquired
around.
taste.
Yeah.
I'm coming around on it. It's
Yeah.
great. I drink it daily. You know that. Liquid IV, great flavors to beat the band. Grape, lemon, lime, pina colada, a whole bunch of them. White peach. White peach is my fave. I do like this raspberry lemonade. They're always coming up with new flavors. It's wonderful. It's delicious. It's Liquid IV. They deliver 3 times the electrolytes, 8 essential vitamins, and is always non-GMO, vegan, and allergen-free. I've been telling you these facts for years. Listen up, jerks. Why are you making me say these horrible things?
I
to
think
the
it's
audience?
fun. It makes them pay attention.
Please try some Liquid IV. Liquid IV is for closers. The leads are no good. Are you doing a Glenn Gary and Ross? Oh. All right. I'll have a side light before you get your
Okay,
beautiful
the
video.
leads, Mike. The leads are no good.
Tear Pour, Live More, Liquid IV. Treat yourself to extraordinary hydration. Liquid IV, 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use that wonderful code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code TMOS at liquidiv.com. You're talking about you and I getting together, Rob,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
What we might do. I think you may be or may not be aware of this. Speaking of Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross, right now on Broadway,
saw
Bill
this.
Burr, Bob Odenkirk, Kieran Culkin in Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross.
It would be amazing.
I would die to see that show. What an incredible show. I mean, that must be. Now, the one guy that's not in it, I saw the poster that had
Yeah.
Culkin and Bob Odenkirk and Bill Burr. But first of all, I didn't know that Bill Burr, would ever do stage acting.
Well,
he's a
he
stand-up,
made
but he's done movies.
Movies,
so,
yeah. I think he's probably a really good score for that. But I'm trying to remember in the movie, there's the 3 miserable salesmen, and then there's Baldwin, or there are
you
2
have in
salesmen.
the movie
and then there's
Glengarry, you
Baldwin.
have the supervisor,
Right.
that comes down from Uptown.
Yes.
You've got that's Alec Baldwin. Then you have Ed Harris. He's one of the guys. You have Alan Arkin, Jack Lemmon, Alan Arkin, and maybe one more guy. Oh, and Kevin Spacey as the office supervisor. An amazing cast.
So I'm wondering who the 4th is on Broadway.
right. Is Shelley the Jack Lemmon character? I think
Maybe.
It might be.
I don't know it well enough
Oh,
to know the name.
God, do I want to see that's a great.
But
You're in
Jack
New York,
Lemmon,
man. Go
really
see it.
awesome closing for his career. That was such a good performance for
Yeah,
Jack Lemmon.
that's right. That was the last movie of his career. What a stage play, David Mamet, just spectacular. So I'd love to see.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
Cherry time.
All hit Q107.
You're not
That's
going to be
a-
interrupted today because that's one of my favorite jingles of all time.
Really? Cool.
Absolutely, yeah, I love that.
WRQX Washington. Mike, this is so odd, but it really appeals to me. There is a YouTube channel called, have you heard of like How It's Made, right? Like where they show you how they make things.
Yep.
This YouTube channel is called How It's Unmade. And what they do is they take documentary footage of factories, run it in reverse, and talk about how you can deconstruct things with new narration. This is how it's unmade. This is how you make eggs.
Chicken and the egg. Which came first, and which came the hardest? Let's learn how these ovoid delights are made. Commercial hatcheries collect baskets of young, egg-producing chickens so that they can be sorted and prepped to make viable eggs. First, a conveyor belt brings each basket to an aerosol station. Here, chicks are sprayed with Febreze to eliminate any foul odors.
Ew. Febreze?
No, it's fake.
Next, suck tubes whisk away the chicks that are lightest and most suitable to produce eggs.
See, they come out, but this is playing in reverse.
Oh, I get it. I get it. All right, now I see why you're laughing.
The birds have been trained to hop and flap to each successive conveyor belt. This process is designed to filter out all but the flappiest of birds.
Now I'm laughing.
This is so great.
I'm an idiot.
Look at them.
It's funny.
Once they have proven themselves, the birds wait their turn to be pulled through a proprietary Bernoulli pipe to the next stage.
Bernoulli pipe.
Many employees are forced to undergo Jedi training, allowing more efficient inspection of each chick's feathers. This bird has feathers. This bird also has feathers.
Wow.
I love them just shooting out. Like, but also,
This is good.
After feather verification is complete, the birds flap on to the next area.
Okay, there we go.
At
defying
this
gravity.
station, air jets fling original recycled eggshell organics onto an epoxy line conveyor as the hatchlings make their way up from below.
Good. Wow. Whoa. This is great. Eggshells. They're
Eggshells.
just saying it's eggshells.
Yeah, they've got to put them back in, I think.
Here, a worker uses a basket containing a chick magnet to collect the birds. These baskets are carefully
Chick
stacked
magnet.
onto a cart and recklessly wheeled into the next area. Via
I'm
loudspeaker,
fascinated
the
by it.
birds are given egg-making instructions in their native German. First, chicks are coated in glue to ease shell assembly. Then, piece by piece, a chick covers itself in shell segments.
Oh my God.
It's amazing how they make eggs, isn't it?
Oh wow. That's beautiful. There it
Once
is.
safely inside their shells, the birds are brought to a plunging
Once
station,
safely
which lowers
inside
them
it.
down to the next station.
And remember, Mike, their native tongue is German.
German. Very good. Does it have an ending?
The semi-permeable membrane fastener closes off any gaps in the eggshell that may have been left behind during assembly.
Semi-permeable.
ensuring a uniform cuticle.
Oh wow. I get it. Okay.
Okay,
that's
Mike.
cool.
Just
That's
the
funny.
next time you wonder why eggs are so expensive, it's
Yeah,
because
that's look
they're
at the process they have
hard
to
to
do.
make.
Strong little birds. Oh, that's a little additional hint.
Just a
isn't
little
it?
touch,
Can we
yeah.
hear the beginning again one more
Of
time,
course,
please,
Mike.
if you don't mind?
I never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight. I never seen you shine so bright.
Who are the parents that said, "Son, you're ready for television"?
Wow. I don't get. I'm not tired of it yet. Not at all. Fantastic.
And it sticks around because of that. Oh, Mike, do you ever use filters on your TikTok?
No, I do not. I don't TikTok like that at all.
Here is the filter that I don't think I will ever need. It's a filter to make you chubby.
Body's watching me. It's my anxiety.
So cool.
What I like is that it keeps the same outfit. It just makes the clothes bigger.
Technology is a great thing, and so glad that America's using it for good.
Exactly.
Really wonderful.
I never.
Just a teaser.
Just a taste.
Just a taste.
tiny taste.
Let's close with this. We had Shaq yesterday. I thought it might be nice to reply with a little bit of Charles Barkley. I don't think this is a new tape, but it was new to me.
Accomplished something I don't think I've seen any other broadcaster do. You fell asleep during a broadcast.
When we do our show from 8 o'clock at night to 2:30 in the morning. So obviously that's a long period of time, but the truth of the matter is Shaq and Kenny are so damn boring, I can't stay awake.
Shaq and Kenny. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Hey, thank you very much for joining us. And hi to everybody in the chat group. That was fun joining
Poppin'
you
today, yeah.
I appreciate that. We'll be back with a brand new bonus show tomorrow when we are going to tackle some very significant things. The penis prosthetic worn by baby Billy Freeman. At least I think it's a prosthetic.
Mike,
and
the name of our show will be What's Your Bag?
And, of course, the secret of America. I have the 3 keys. If you want to know what they are, you're going to have to tune in. That's it. Got to get out of here. For Josh Soroka, Robb Spiewak, this is Mike O'Mara saying, so long, everybody!
Blessings.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
That will never happen again, and I'm sorry.